India has a rich culture, with many temples, hills and sanctuaries. It is well known for its majestic tourist places, hills, rivers, plateaus, plains, beaches, deltas and deserts, many luxurious hotels and resorts, picturesque nature sites, and whether it is Ajanta-Ellora caves or Taj Mahal, the love monument which comes under 7 wonders of world. From culture to traditions to history to nature to adventure to man-made beauties, it has the most amazing array of travel products and destinations to offer to the tourists throughout the world. You can visit India to find yourself in the mountains of Himalayas and to be mesmerized by the ancient temples. Welcome to our channel Around the World with Dua Mumtaz. Today we are going to share a history of Sri Varaha Lakshmi Narasimha temple situated on the Simhachalam hill range, which is 300 meters above the sea level in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh, India. If you like our informative video, please click the like button and share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so you will receive timely notification whenever we uploaded new videos. Let's get started. Sri Varaha Lakshmi Narasimha Temple, Simhachalam, is a Hindu temple dedicated to Vishnu, who is worshipped there as Varaha Narasimha. As per the temple's legend, Vishnu manifested in this form lion's head and human body after saving his devotee Prahlada from a murder attempt by the latter's father Hiranyakshipu. Except on Akshaya Tritiya, the idol of Varaha Narasimha is covered with sandalwood paste throughout the year, which makes it resemble a linga. Simhachalam is one of the 32 Narasimha temples in Andhra Pradesh which are important pilgrimage centers. It was regarded as an important center of Vaishnavism in the medieval period along with Srikurmam and others. The earliest inscription at the temple belongs to 11th century, recording the gift by a private individual in the era of Chola King Kulottunga I. In the later half of the 13th century, the temple complex underwent radical physical changes during the reign of the Eastern Ganga King Narasimhadeva. Narahari Tirtha, a Dvaita philosopher and Eastern Ganga minister, converted the Simhachalam temple into an educational establishment of renown and a religious center for Vaishnavism. It later received patronage from many royal families, of which Tuluva dynasty of Vijayanagara Empire is a notable one. The temple underwent 40 years of religious inactivity from 1564 to 1604 century. In 1949, the temple came under the purview of the state government and is currently administered by the Simhachalam Devasthanam Board. Simhachalam temple resembles a fortress from outside with 3 outer courtyards and 5 gateways. The architecture is a mixture of the styles of the Kalinga architecture, Chalukyas, Kakatiyas, and the Great Cholas. The temple faces west instead of east, signifying victory. There are 2 temple tanks, Swami Pushkarini near the temple and Gangadhara at the bottom of the hill. The temple houses a number of sub-shrines and a few mandapams. The religious practices and customs of the temple are formulated by the Vaishnavite philosopher Ramanuja. They are modeled based on the Satvata Sanhita, one of the 108 texts of the Pancharatra Agama. Simhachalam is the second largest temple, after Tirumala in Andhra Pradesh, in terms of income earned. Devotees believe that the deity is capable of giving progeny to women and fulfilling the wishes of devotees. Kalyanotsava and Chandanotsava are the 2 major festivals celebrated in the temple, followed by Narsimha Jayanti, Navaratrotsava and Kamadahana. The festivals celebrated in Simhachalam have an influence of the Dravida Sampradaya. Apart from those by well-known poets, the temple is found in many literary references and lyrical works which are preserved in the Government Oriental Manuscripts Library, Chennai. The end of the life cycle, the temple Prahlada built was neglected and subsequently decayed. The Moolavar of Varaha Narasimha was covered with crests of earth. In another life cycle, King Pururava of lunar dynasty acquired Pushpaka Vamana divine air car from Brahma as a boon. He saw Urvasi, an Apsara, at the Kailasa mountain and both fell in love. They visited Simhachalam and settled here for a while. Urvasi recollected a dream and located the idol. Pururava performed penance at Gangadhara for the same. They unearthed the idol and consecrated it after renovation. Despite his best efforts, Pururava could not find the idol's feet. A divine voice consoled him, saying that he need not worry about that, adding that the deity can provide salvation in its current form. Urvasi was instructed in the dream that the idol of Varaha Narasimha should be covered with sandalwood paste for the whole year except on the 3rd day of the Vaishakha month. This custom is practiced strictly even today. The reconstruction of the temple by Pururava is covered in the last 4 chapters of the legend. Sri Kantha Krishnamacharyulu was a poet and musician who composed Sankirtanas in praise of Varaha Narasimha. As Narasimha danced listening to those songs, Krishnamacharyalu began showing offensive attitude towards others with arrogance. When Ramanuja visited Simhachalam later, Krishnamacharyalu did not treat him properly. Ramanuja wanted to know whether Vishnu would grant him salvation and requested Krishnamacharyalu to ask Narasimha about the same. He obeyed and asked Narasimha, to which the deity replied that Ramanuja is capable of giving salvation to others and hence can gain the same later. Simhachalam temple has a past of nearly 1,000 years. Epigraphists discovered nearly 500 inscriptions in the temple complex. Almost all of them were Dana Sasana's donation records which refer to the contributions made by the kings, their officers, and the citizens. After the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire, the Muslim states of Deccan asserted independence. The Qutbi Shahi dynasty began its rule with Golconda as their capital. A solitary inscription dated 1604 century records gifting the lands and resources of Narva village as a Sarvamanya by Sarvappa Asrarya with a view to restore the regular religious practices and offerings. Apart from mentioning the military achievements of Asrarya, the inscription confirmed 40 years of religious inactivity from 1564 to 1604. In these 40 years, two inscriptions were found dated 1579 and 1597. They registered the gifts donated to the temple. Apart from the above, 300 inscriptions in between the 11th and 18th centuries make a note of the contributions made by private individuals. The latest inscription of the temple is dated 1798 century, which recorded a gift made by Chengalvare of the Gaude family. Northwestern corner of the temple, there are two halls named Vaishakha and Jyeshtha Mandapas where special occasions are conducted. To the right of the northern entrance, there is a 16-pillared Natya Mandapa dance hall where the pillars feature Simhalatas lion heads at their base. The temple has two Jagattis, railed parapets. The outer Jagatti around the Artha Mandapa carries a row of sculpted elephants denoting strength. The inner one, around the Sanctum Sanctorum, contains a row of swans. Above this, a scrollwork with sculpted figures and a row of Simhalalatas are found. On the supporting pillars, Simhalalatas are seen on elephant sculptures, with convolution carrying figures in between. The eaves of the side walls feature stone-made filigree work. A study of the sculptures and pillars in the Kalyana Mandapa revealed that basalt and schist were used in the construction. The 32 manifestations of Narasimha, including the temple's deity, are carved on the pillars of the Kalyana Mandapa. In the Mukha Mandapa main hall, there is a pillar named Kappam Stambham which is believed to have curative powers. It is consecrated using the Santana Venugopalaswamy yantra and is known to grant unfulfilled wishes. The Mulavirat of Varaha Narasimha is kept in a separate hall named Prahlada Mandapa. In its original form, the idol of Varaha Narasimha is 2.5 feet tall. The deity stands in a Tribhanga posture with a boar's head, a human torso and a lion's tail. On either side of the deity, the idols of Sridevi and Bhudevi holding lotus flowers are seen. The sculpture of Varaha Narasimha has no ornaments and drapery carved on the body. Its limbs and face are disfigured due to vandalism. The Moolavar is covered with sandalwood paste imported from Srivilliputturu, Tamil Nadu. After application of the sandalwood paste, the Moolavar resembles a 4 feet tall Shiva Lingam. There is enough space for the devotees to offer productions, circumambulations to the deity inside the Prahlada Mandapa. There are only 4 main ornaments used in the temple: a tirunamam made of diamonds and rubies, a chain of emeralds, a 100 tolar gold bracelet, and a golden crown. The religious practices and customs of the temple are formulated by Ramanuja and his followers like Anandalvan. They are similar to the ones followed in South Indian Vaishnavite temples such as Tirumala, Srirangam, and the Varadharaja Perumal temple in Kanchipuram. The prayers are made as per the Para, Vyuha, Vibhava, Antaryami, and Archa traditions of Vishnu. The religious practices are modeled based on the Satvata Sanhita, one of the 108 texts of the Pancharatra Agama. There are 5 metallic idols associated with the deity which serve as the substitute of the Moolavar for certain practices. Yogananda Narasimha is the Snapana bearer bathing idol, Govindaraja is the Utsava bearer festival idol, and Sudarshana Chakra is the Bali bearer guardian idol. Madanagopala and Venugopala, 2 forms of Krishna, are the Kautuka bearer representative idol and the Sayana bearer sleeping idol respectively. The majority of the donations made to the Simhachalam temple are related to the conduction of festivals. The festivals are referred to with the name Utsavas. Except for Kumara Punnami, almost all the Utsavas are celebrated even today. The Utsavas are divided into two categories, those governed by the Agama texts and the ones regulated by the customs and traditions Sistachara. The performances and festivals are also classified into daily, weekly, fortnightly, monthly, and annual ones. These are meant for the material and spiritual progress of humans apart from their yogic shema well-being. The festivals celebrated in Simhachalam have an influence of the Dravida Sampradaya, the customs followed in Tamil Nadu. The influence is observed in the way the deities are referred to as, and the usage of the word Tiru for few things connected with the temple and its practices. Also, the celebrations take place at a time governed by the Suryamana, sun-centric, system followed in Tamil Nadu, unlike that of Andhra Pradesh which follows Chandramana, lunar-centric system. Kalyanotsava celestial marriage and Chandanotsava sandalwood festival are the two most important annual utsavas celebrated in the temple among others. Kalyanotsava, the annual celestial marriage of Varaha Narasimha, is celebrated on the 11th day of the first quarter of the Indian lunar Chaitra month. This Utsava is celebrated for 5 days. This Utsava is not mentioned in any inscriptions of the temple. However, an inscription dated 1401 AD records the gift of a flag staff named the Garudaroha Kamba for celebrating the Divya Mahotsava's sacred key festivals. The gift was made on the 5th day of the bright fortnight of the Chaitra month. Chandanotsava Sandalwood Festival, also known as Chandan Yatra, is the most important festival celebrated in the temple. It is celebrated on the festival day of Akshaya Tritiya April to May in accordance to the temple's legend. On this day, the sandalwood paste, commonly referred to as chandanam, covering the Mulavar throughout the year is removed. As a result, devotees can see the original form of the deity's idol for 12 hours once in the whole year. Narasimha Jayanti is celebrated on the 14th day of the first half of the Vaishakha month, Vaishakha Suda Chaturdashi, as Vishnu manifested as Narasimha from a pillar in the evening of this day to save Prahlada. The celebrations are held in the twilight. An inscription dated 1287 AD recorded the arrangements made by Raghavanayaka and his grandson for the food offerings to the deity for this day. The 10-day Dashehra festival is celebrated as Navaratrotsava festival of 9 nights with Vijayadashami being the last day. These occur in the month of Ashwin and are conducted for the glory of the principal goddess Lakshmi. For the first 9 days of the month, special rituals are carried out in Lakshmi's shrine in the temple. Every month, special festivals are conducted in honor of the deity when one of the few auspicious nakshatra stars appear, which are known as nakshatrotsavas. Vaishnavites consider Mrigashira, Punarvasu, Uttara and Sravana very auspicious among the 27 nakshatras. Karamanas, the festivals corresponding to the movement of sun in the heaven, are celebrated in the temple. Makar Sankranti and Kartika Sankranti are the major ones, followed by the relatively minor Vishnu Sankranti. Makaraveta crocodile hunt is celebrated a day after Makar Sankranti. In the temple tank, the scenario of the Hindu legend Gajendra Moksha is recreated with the help of a mock crocodile hunt by the Utsava idol. Tepozavam floating festival is celebrated at the end of the Posha month. Simhachalam is one of the 32 Narasimha temples in Andhra Pradesh which are important pilgrimage centers alongside Ahobilam, Antarvedi, Kadiri and Mangalagiri among others. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. We will see on our next video and will explore Srikalahasti temple located in the town of Srikalahasti in Tirupati district in the state of Andhra